For the second time this week, Simona Halep was pushed to third set, but the Romanian kept her Mutua Madrid Open title defense alive and will face off with CoCo Vandeweghe for a place in the semi-finals. At the time of writing, only 4 seeds remain in the draw at the Mutua Madrid Open, and Halep, if she beats Vandeweghe, will face either the unseeded Kiki Bertens or the unseeded Anastasia Sevastova, 2 good players, but ones you would back the third seed to beat for a place in the final. It's a big opportunity, and one which would boost Halep's season very nicely ahead of the French Open, where she has to be one of the top favorites among an incredibly open field. Halep's start to the season was a stuttering one, with early defeats at the Shenzhen Open and the Australian Open, and her St. Petersburg campaign ending in a withdrawal, after which Halep announced that she was suffering from knee problems, which she took 5 weeks off to address. Since then, it's been getting better for the Romanian. With each tournament she made the quarterfinals of Miami, then performed very well under trying conditions during Fed Cup, and went on to make the semi-finals of the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart before losing to an on-fire Laura Siegemund, the eventual champion. Halep does have a way of looking great and then unexpectedly disintegrating under pressure, though she went away quickly against Siegemund, even though the German was playing inspired tennis, and she's had a couple of tricky matches in Madrid already. After beating an out-of-sorts Kristina Pliskova 6-1, 6-2 to open her campaign, Halep lost her way in the second set against Roberta Vinci and ended up squeaking by the Italian veteran 6-3, 2-6, 7-6-2, against Samantha Stosur on Wednesday. In a match of much better quality, Halep again seemed to lose focus in the second set and get too frustrated, too self-critical, throwing her racket as she served to stay in the set. She saved 2 set points at 4-5 in style, but an ill-timed double fault set up a third and Stosur converted. This is what makes me doubt Halep's slam-winning credentials, and always gives me pause when considering matches that in theory, she should win, like Thursday's against Vandeweghe. But she might, perhaps, be getting better at bouncing back from those lapses and arresting the downward spiral of negativity, as she did on Thursday, playing a great third set to squash Stosur's hopes and pressuring errors relentlessly out of the Australian to close out the 6-4, 4-6, 6-4. Mutua Madrid Open 2017 live stream. WTA Tennis live from Madrid. I was very confident when the third set started. I knew that before the match it was going to be a very tough one. She likes this tournament because of the altitude. Her top spin is really hard to return. Halep said of facing Stosur, a former French Open runner-up and a Madrid semi-finalist in 2016. I think you saw how she served today. She's an amazing player. She's very strong. My shoulder hurt a little bit in the end, but I think I was strong enough to stay there also with my body, not just mentally. I felt that mentally I am a little bit higher in this match, but also my body responded very well. Also, I had some times to stay, far from the court because her shots were very strong. I moved well. I think I responded well also with the slices, so I think was a very high standard. She played really well today. CoCo Vandeweghe has also played 2 3-set matches to make the quarterfinals of the Mutua Madrid Open, and it's kind of improbable that she's there at all, not because the American isn't a very impressive player, but because she's rarely showcased that on clay. Her career record on the red stuff is 28-33, and this is the first time she's ever reached a quarterfinal at WTA level on clay. Doing it at a premier mandatory is just a further level of unlikeliness that underlines Vandeweghe